have to learn how to use a circle to do them, but it's not going to be hard, guys. This is one of our highest test grades of the year. All right, first one, sine of 0 degrees. Leanna, what's our formula for sine? Don't make that face at me. What's our formula? Y/1. Thank you. Everybody good? All right. So Matthew, we got to go to 0 degrees on the circle right here. Now remember, this is an ordered pair. That's X, that's Y. They're in alphabetical order. It says put your Y on top and leave 1 on the bottom. So what is your answer for 0/1? Now you're not going to have a calculator. So 0 divided by anything is 0. First answer 0. Show me one step. Show me 0/1 equals 0, and that's good. All right, number 2, cosine of 30 degrees. All right, what is the formula for cosine? X/1 this time. All right, so go to 30 degrees on your circle. Take the X. Which one's the X? It's the first one. Put it over 1. So you got √3/2 divided by 1. That's just √3/2. Question. You can write pretty small out the side.
You hear me? You're talking about leave right here.
You got plenty of room, right? Guys, it's only one step. Now the back's going to be more than one step, and the next sheet's going to be more than one step, but this whole front right here is just one step. Not going to be able to use your calculators. Now the only reason I'm leaving your calculators on your desk is when we get to number 12, you're going to have to use your calculator to find the numbers. I just won't give you one of those on a test where you would have to use your calculator. All right, number 3, I got sine of 11 pi over 6. All right, Jacob, where is 11 pi over 6 at? What's the degree for that?
330.
All right, here it is. 11 pi over 6. Y'all got to know that the formula is y/1. If you don't know it, you can look it up off your paper. All right, so Jacob says right here, remember, that's your y. So you got -1/2 divided by 1, so your answer is -1/2.
Is it always like the number, the degree? Is it always going to be on the thing, on the circle?
Yes.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yep. I can't give you one of these. I could, but we're not going to do that type this year. We'll skip it. We're just learning how to use a circle. All right, I'll do a couple more with you, then I'll let y'all go through 11 and we'll just check them. All right, number 4 says cosine of 240. Cosine of 240. All right, so my formula is x/1. 240 is right here. Your x is your first number in the ordered pair. So it's x and then y. -1/2 divided by 1 is -1/2. All right, so you guys do 5 through 11. We will check them. And then on 12, I'll show you how to do the new stuff using your calculator. Answers. I don't have an answer sheet, so I'm just going to rely on you guys. Gage, what's going on number 5? Joe? Yep, √2/2. 5, √2/2. All right, Kelsey, 6. Cosine of 90 is 0. Good. Jacob, 7. 3 pi over 2. Sine -1 is correct. Leanna, 8.
-√3/2.
Yep, I agree. -√3/2. 9. Talia. Sine of pi. Yep, 0. 10. Y'all got cosine of 120. So it's -1/2. And 11. Was everybody able to find -45 degrees? All right, here's +45 degrees. You go up 2 points. So where would -45 be? Backwards 2 points. All right, and the formula is going to be sine, so it's -√2/2. All right, question on those. All right, ready for 12. All right, 12 is where you're going to have to start using your calculator to do stuff we did Friday. For example, number 12 says cosine of 9 pi over 2. Okay, what's the problem? That's not on the circle. There is no place up there where it says 9 pi over 2. So we have to fix it. So what we have to do first is multiply by 180 over pi so we can make it a regular degree number. Taylor, take your calculator, do 9 pi over 2 times 180 over pi. Tell me what you get.
Oh, wow.
9 pi over 2
I'm saying we're going 9.
times 180 over pi.
Don't you have to keep subtracting?
810, right? All right, everybody got 810 degrees. All right, so what we learned Friday, the number, Taylor, has to be between 0 and 360 degrees. If it is above that, you have to subtract 360 degrees from it. So take 810, subtract it. 810 minus 360. I got 450. It's still too big. Subtract 360 again. I got 90. So this problem is really just cosine of 90 degrees. But you have to do that step first so we can find it on the circle. All right, now we can work it out. Now we can go to 90 degrees, which is right here. Cosine is x over 1, so I got 0 divided by 1 is 0. Now, I wouldn't be able to give you that one on a quiz or a test if I'm not going to let you use your calculator. Follow me? Because so the ones I'm going to give you, you will be able to look up on your circle. But for the rest of these, I think you're going to have to do them like that. All right, let's go to 13. I got another one I need to show y'all. 13, sine of 405. Jacob, what's wrong with that?
It's too big.
Yeah, too big. What do we do? So that's going to be what when y'all subtract? So sine of 45 is really what we're doing on that problem. So again, if the number's bigger than 360, just subtract 360 and make it a smaller number so we can find it on the circle. So sine of 45 degrees, here's 45 degrees, y over 1. Your answer is root 2 over 2. All right, I'll do 14, 15, 16, and 17 with you, then I'll stop and let y'all finish them. I'm mainly showing these for the ones who are out Friday. Everybody else should know what you're doing. All right, 14. I got cosine of negative 120. Now, I could give you this one on the test because you can find that on the circle. Where's negative 120 at? Here's positive 120 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots going forward on the circle. So negative 120, if you want to find it, go back to 0, go backwards 5 dots on the circle. This right here is negative 120. What's another way you could find it if you had a calculator with you? You could add 360, it's going to give you 240 either way. But I could give you that one on a test. All right, so this is your point. Cosine is x over 1, so your answer is negative 1/2 divided by 1 is negative 1/2. All right, 15. 15, we got sine of 7 pi over 3. All right, it's not on the circle anywhere. What do we have to times it by? 180 over pi, just like we did a minute ago. All right, do that first. 7 pi over 3 times 180 over pi. What'd y'all get? I got 420. What's wrong with that number? Too big. So subtract 360. So our problem is really just sine of 60 degrees. All right, so now you look it up on your circle. Here's 60 degrees. Sine is going to be root 3 over 2 divided by 1, so it's just root 3 over 2. All right, again, I'm going to show 16 and 17, and I'm going to stop and let y'all finish. Anybody have a question so far? All right, 16. Is this a problem I could give you on a test? Yes, I could give you this. Negative 7 pi over 6. All right, find it on your circle. All right, well, here's positive 7 pi over 6. So, guys, look, if you'll just flip it straight up, it's going to match up with the one right above it. That's going to be negative 7 pi over 6. Now, if you want to count it out, you can. 4, 8, that's 9 dots going forward. So, we'll go back to 0, go 9 dots backwards. It's right there. So, yes, I can give you that. Cosine negative root 3 over 2 divided by 1. So, my answer is negative root 3 over 2. All right, 17. All right, 17. I got sine of 7 pi. All right, so this is mainly again for the ones who were out Friday. All right, Taylor's, Alexandria, anybody else out Friday? Do me a favor. I need y'all to write 360 degrees right here on your circle, because you know if you go all the way around, you've gone 360. Okay, I also need you guys to write 2 pi right there on that circle. Okay, now look at this problem. They want us to find 7 pi on the circle. Could I give you this one on the test? Yeah. We went over this Friday. All right, if I start at 0 and go to here, I've gone 1 pi. If I go another half, 2 pi. That would be 3 pi. Another half would be 4. That would be 5, 6, 7 pi would be right there. That's what you use for that problem. So it goes forever, goes around infinite number of times. So my formula for sine is y over 1, 0 over 1 is 0. All right, so you guys finish that whole side. All right, now on the back, all the angles are 135. It says that in the instruction. So the first one, sine of 135, you should be able to do that. All right, so number 1 is just sine of 135 degrees. Again, you should be able to do that. Y'all do 1 and 2, get me an answer, and we'll check. You do this just like you did the front. No. Can't use a calculator on any of this.
So we use it in Miss Murphy. Easy.
All right, we got cosine. We got cosine at 135. Cosine of 135. Okay. Cosine is your x, so it's just negative root 2 over 2. All right, is everybody good on 1 and 2 before we do 3 through 6? All right, watch how different 3 through 6 are. All right, number 3, we got tangent of 135 degrees. Okay, first step. Jacob, what's my formula for tangent? Should be on your paper. Everybody understands where he got that from. You should have that written down below your unit circle. All right, so I have to put my y on top and my x on the bottom. Okay, that's my y. That's my x. So here's what I've got. Root 2 over 2 divided by negative root 2 over 2. All right, write it down. And you may know what the answer is right now. But you're going to have to show me this by hand. Now, it's okay if you don't want to show me this step. I'm okay with that, because here's what we're going to have to do. Do you guys remember when you divide fractions, you have to do keep, change, flip? Y'all heard that, what, in middle school? So keep the top, Matthew. It's root 2 over 2. Make it multiply, and we've got to flip the bottom. So when I flip the bottom, it becomes negative 2 over root 2. Notice I left the negative on top. I like doing it that way. Do you have to do it that way? No. You can put it on the bottom if you want. Everybody good? Now, when you multiply fractions, you can cross stuff out on the diagonals if they're the same. So look, I can cross out this 2 and this 2, not the negative, just the 2's. I can cross out that root 2 and that root 2. So, when everything cancels out, your answer is 1. But in this case, our answer is going to be negative 1 because we had a negative left over. Okay, so since we're not using our calculator, Y'all don't have to show me this step unless you just need to. If you just want to show me your keep, change, flip step, then your answer, it's good with me. But you will not have your calculator on a test for that problem. And this is what we're going to work on the rest of the class today, stuff like this. All right, y'all go to 4. Do I need to leave 3 up here? All right, number 4 says cosecant of 135. All right, Jada, what's my formula for cosecant? CSC.
1/1.
All right, everybody good where Jada got that from? 1 over y. So go to 135. Here's your y right here. So it's 1 over root 2 over 2, right? Now we got to do keep, change, flip. You always leave the top just like it is. 1 is just 1 over 1. All right, flip the bottom. It'll be 2 over root 2. Bless you. All right, now number 3, everything canceled out. I like it when everything cancels out. Nothing cancels out this time. So 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times root 2 is root 2. That is my answer. Write it down. Okay, now there's something wrong with that answer. What's wrong with it? You cannot leave a root on the bottom of a fraction. It's okay if you got a root up top. You can't have one on bottom. Does anybody remember how to fix it from like 9th grade? Yep. Whatever's on the bottom, Matthew, you multiply it on both sides, and that will fix it. So, watch me on top. You can't times these two numbers, so I just bring them both over. The bottom, I can times those two because they're both square roots. What's root 2 times root 2? Root 4, which is just 2. All right, so I'm looking at that. I've got a simplified answer. I don't have a root on the bottom anymore, but I can still cross out that 2 and that 2. So, wow, we had to do a lot of extra work on that one to get root 2. Most of the problems will not be like that. You will have some where you have to do that extra work by hand. All right, I'll show Braden which side we're on the worksheet. All right. Yeah, this is great stuff right here. Let's go to number 5. I got secant of x. Matthew, give me my formula for secant, please.
1 over x.
1 over x. All right, so that's going to be 1 over that one. 1 over negative root 2 over 2. Keep, change, flip, right? 1 over 1 times what? Negative 2 over root 2. Hey, didn't we just do this? Look back at number 4.
So that should be negative.
Matthew says the answer is just going to be negative root 2. All right, good. Nothing simplifies. You got negative 2 root 2. Can't leave a root 2 on the bottom. So, yeah, we just did all this, guys. The only thing that's different is we got a negative this time. So, Matthew's right. The answer is just going to be negative root 2. So, if that ever comes up and I can just look back at your last problem, yeah, you're good. All right, y'all try 6 and we'll take a bathroom break. How we doing on time? Pretty good. It's a good workout, y'all. It's new stuff, man. We got to learn it. Number 6, I got cotangent of 135. My formula is x over y. Braden, if you need help finding those formulas, we can show you. All right? I'll only show Braden where that formula is. He might not have it at the bottom of his unit circle page. If not, he'll need to copy it. Yeah, I can write them over there too. All right, so I put my x on top. So the one on bottom is the one I got to flip, right? So look, I'm skipping a step. Y'all okay with that? I just assume y'all skip that first step anyway where you write it as a fraction. Now, if you want to write it, you can. root 2 over 2 divided by root 2 over 2. Keep change flipping. All right, now look, everything's going to cancel on this one except what? So what's my answer? Good. All right, bathroom break.